Alright guys, thought I should make a bit of a different video today just to help someone out because there are like no videos on this. But let's say you have an FC RX-7 and you want to run dual calipers, okay? You can buy these adapters from Part Shop Max that work with Z32 rear calipers. They're really high quality, honestly. They're pretty good. Good bang for the buck. I mean, they are pretty expensive, like $200 or so. So if you don't feel like spending that, then I think you should buy some other ones. There's some that go from this caliper and they get held up from here and then down here over. But I don't want to do that because I want it to be legit and I want it to be steady. But these bolts that the calipers come with, they're meant for a different chassis, not the FC. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to go to Ace Hardware and pick up some hardware, because the stock ones, these ones that go into the dust shield, these are just too small to go through here and also go into the car. So, and these are the right thread, obviously. I mean, they came out of here. And also, if you're trying to get this off the dust shield, because it's such a pain in the ass, I would take everything off the car and have it out like this, and then it's a size 12 wrench. I used a banana wrench to break it loose, and then like a Icon ratchet wrench to really just take it out easy, because you can't fit a socket in there unless you've got like a super tiny socket. But you're gonna go to the store, grab some of these. These are M8 by 1.25, and they're 30 long. Okay, so the pitch is 1.25, same pitch as the stock one. And then I would also go and pick up some of these lock washers just in case, because you don't want that to go anywhere. And then also, while you're there, if you don't have it, pick yourself up some blue thread locker to throw on there. I would not do red, because if you do red, you're gonna have a pain in the butt trying to take these off because of how they are. You have to take them off with a wrench, really. So if you do red and you get that stuck on there and you want to swap them out for some reason, you're gonna be there for a while. But here's the calipers that I'm gonna be putting on. Z32 calipers. They're Rofu brand, a little cheaper. I would get the Part Shop Max ones if you can, but they are sold out, so that kind of sucks. But I'll go over all that in a different video once I have it fully set up, because I want to make sure it works first before I put it out. But just thought I should make a little short video on this, because this was a pain in the ass to get out, and then I did not want to strip these. So if you get these calipers and you have these bolts from them, don't use these bolts. See, they're like, they go in a little bit, but they get really tight after that. They are the wrong thread pitch, so don't use those. All right, so I can confirm that the 30 long do fit, right? So it's kind of tough getting it in here. I mean, you could pull this whole hub assembly out and make it a lot easier, but I'm not doing all that because that's a lot of work. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna slide them in, and they just barely clear, like these areas. You can move this around to give you more room. Slide them in and then put it on. I put this one in first, got it like on one thread, and then put this other one in, and then push the caliper bracket in and got it in. And then you're gonna want to take yourself a size 13 or whatever bolt size it is. If you got the one that I recommended from Ace Hardware, the flange bolt, not the mini head, but the normal head, and the lock head washer, it should be a size 13, and then you can just ratchet it in after you get it tight. But in order to tighten it, sometimes it's like easy to go in. If your threads are really clean, they'll go in easily. But sometimes you'll have to use your wrench to put it in. But they do not bottom out. They do not bottom out and leave any room, so they fit good. So size 30, M8 by 1.25, size 30 flange bolt. Yep. So, like I said, with them fully loose, I mean, you can't really get them in there, so you have to slide it in like that and then thread it in. But after confirming that they do fit all the way down, I'm gonna take some blue Loctite, put it in here and in this one, and we should be good. And this is the American driver side. Again, like this should be your caliper location like this, not using this one where it puts it way down here, because that doesn't work. So just another thing. But yeah, I put some blue Loctite. I don't know if I put red, but I put some in there, and then the top hole as well. And then you can put some on the screw while you're going into, just really confirm it. But that's what I would do next after all that. But if you get the size that I sent you, or not sent you, but told you, it should work no problem, and you shouldn't have any issues. All right, so after you get the thread locker in there, tighten it all the way down. I don't really know a torque spec for these, but I'd go as tight as possible. And then you can take your rotor and throw it on there. Make sure we clear everything. Shouldn't have any issues. It's kind of hard to do one-handed. All right, so there's the rotor on, and we aren't rubbing anything. The only thing we're rubbing is that thing from holding the screw on, but so everything clears nicely. And that is a job well done for installing the caliper brackets. And then installing the calipers should be pretty basic from going on. You just bolt them in. But hope that helped. Didn't see any videos on it, and it was kind of a pain in the ass getting to this point and then having to go to the store and grab more bolts. So if you're gonna do it, I'd get the bolts first. Again, they're M8 thread pitch 1.25, and they're 30 long. And then I got some lock washers. I got the stainless set. They were like $3.80, kind of expensive. You can do whatever you want, but that's the size I'd go with. And they're flange bolts. So, but yeah, there she is, all put together. Just gotta clean this rotor and get a new one, because got a crack in it and some pretty rough scratches. But that's from the stock handbrake, as you can see, because my stock handbrake was sticking. So yep. And then a little tip for getting your hub back on, because sometimes it's a pain in the ass to get on with this one, because this one moves around. Don't put the axle in first, put this in first, put the bolt in, and then you're gonna have kind of a hard time getting the axle through, but you kind of just have to shove it in, and it gets in eventually. But from there, it's pretty easy to line everything else up. So just one more extra tip.